Wireless sports earbuds? Let's check these out. Dave Taylor here, checking out these. These are the Funcl Pro TWS sports earphones. TWS, True Wireless Stereo. Now, they are designed with the ear hook for a physical activity, for sports, for running around, for just people who are tired of their little earbuds falling out of their ears. So they come with different size ear tips and stuff, but let's just say it's mighty easy to put them on, and it's mighty easy to have them fit and be nice and comfortable. And as you can see in the close-up, the back actually is a touch panel. So it turns out that there's a lot of controls you can manage by just simply touching one of the outsides. So they're in, they're easy to work with. You can see in this close-up, they fit, they're super comfortable, and I can do all sorts of crazy things, and they're not gonna fall out, which is nice. I can probably stand on my head and do super hyper yoga in a really sweaty room, and they'll work fine. Now, let me take them out. So they feature a 13.5 millimeter bass driver, so we'll get back to the sound, but the sound's actually pretty darn decent. They are rated IPX5, so they're water resistant. You can't wear these while swimming. You don't want to drop them in a bowl of water, or the toilet for that matter, but we won't go down that road. But if you're sweaty, or it starts raining, or it snows while you have these on, you're probably in great shape. So they feature Bluetooth 5.0, which is actually pretty important if you're doing the true wireless stereo. Bluetooth 5 versus Bluetooth 4 adds a lot of improvements to make sure they stay in sync, the two earpieces actually stay connected to each other, all the stuff that's super annoying fixed. So, silicone ear hooks, so they're comfortable and skin friendly. They should not make you react. You can use just one for mono mode, so you can share with someone else, or you can use one while you're charging the other one. And speaking of charging, the charging case is pretty big. This is a pretty substantial charging case because, we're good, no earthquakes, because of the ear hook part. So you basically put these in. It's a little bit tricky figuring out how to get it to all work the first time, but let's see, I think I got it right. Yep, so you put them in so that the ear hooks go down the middle, and now they're charging. So the case itself is 780 milliamp hours of battery. So the earbuds give you 5 hours per full charge, and this will give you somewhere on the order of 5 more charges, giving you a total of 24 hours of listening. Now, the earbuds from 0 take 40 minutes for a full charge. The case takes 80 minutes for a full charge. And if you want to just put them in for 10 minutes like I just am doing right now, then that 10 minutes will give you 90 minutes of listening time. So that quick charge is really great. If your battery, if your earbuds are complaining battery low, then you put them in, go and do something else for 5 or 10 minutes, maybe do reps on one machine you really hate, and then put them back in, and you're good for another hour and a half. And if you're at the gym for an hour and a half, I applaud you. That's a lot of time at the gym. So on these, they actually, let's put it back in so I can demonstrate the controls. There we go. Okay, so I reconnect. It automatically connects and disconnects, which means I have to actually pause it so I can talk. All right, so the controls on the side give you all the desired features that you'd want. So you can adjust volume, you can do play, pause, you can answer or hang up phone calls, you can do previous and next tracks. Takes a little bit of getting used to, and frankly, the instructions aren't very helpful, but a tap is one thing, a tap and hold is something else, a double tap is something else. Left and right ear actually behave differently, so I would recommend that you experiment and try to figure out, one if you hold gives you volume up, the other one if you hold gives you volume down. All works out pretty well. Now, they come in all black, that's what this is all black, or they come in black and red, where this part has red highlights, which is a lot more cool looking. There's a small price premium for that, but I think it's worth it. Now, the earbuds themselves, and as always with these devices, you want to try different size ear tips to make sure you get the right ones. So let's see what's in the box. So box is a little bit of a tight fit, but sort of got the hang of it. So in the box, is the case and the earbuds, and then there's a little box at the bottom, and you open that up, and what you find in there are, regardless of the color of actual Funcl Pros you get, you have red and black ear tips, black only ear tips, and they're in 3 different sizes, small, medium, and large. And you also have a micro USB charging cable, one of these super short cables. One of the things I don't like about this is I don't like having a micro USB connection. It wouldn't have cost them much more to do USB-C, which is a far superior connector, and you don't have to worry about what orientation. Maybe the next generation of the Funcl Pro 2, whatever they're gonna do. So there's all of that, and there's lots I like about these. You know, they actually have very low latency, so if you're watching a video on your phone or your tablet and you have these for your sound, the lips are in sync. If you make a phone call, they're okay. They're not gonna win any awards, and you're not gonna have the person on the other end say, wow, are you talking directly into a microphone? Because you're not, and they're not gonna hear that. But it is functional. If you're in a loud gym or you're on a run, then you might have to up your volume a little bit for the person you're talking to, but they probably don't want to talk to you while you're on your run anyway. They just don't want to say it because they're polite, right? So that leaves us with the sound. So let's talk about the sound, because the sound is good. It's not great, but when you think about the price point, they actually are really pretty decent sounding. So what I mean by that is that there's not a huge amount of lushness. It's a pretty mid-range to high-oriented sound, even with their lauded 13.5 millimeter subwoofer driver, which they talk about on their website and stuff. But even with that, the bass is okay. There's not a huge amount of soundstage. They are entirely functional. I mean, again, if you're at the gym and you have these on and you're jamming some music or listening to a podcast or something, they're gonna work really well. These are gonna be entirely functional for that. But if you're looking for audiophile quality earbuds, true wireless stereo earbuds that have an ear hook on them, these probably aren't quite what you're looking for. You probably wanna step up to a higher grade, but then it's gonna have a higher price tag too. That's the trade-off, right? So I would give these maybe a B or so on the sound. They are entirely good, but they're not amazing. But the price point, the functionality, the comfort, the battery life, there's a lot to like. Again, on the negative side, this is big. Maybe it has to be big because of the ear hooks. I don't like micro USB. I think that the single flashing light to show charging status is also a little inferior. I would like to see a row of LEDs and have it show me how charged it is. And when I plug it in, it goes from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, it's fully charged, right? Something like that. And maybe on the front would be nice. Same thing with the earbuds. It's a little hard to figure out exactly what their charging status is. But again, that's stuff you'll get used to as you use them. You'll sort of get the hang of it and you'll be like, why is this dude complaining about that? These work perfectly fine. So if that's you and you're the person who's just looking for something really good when you're at the gym that is also at an affordable price point, these might be a great solution. Now, before I tell you that price, let me just say, if you can subscribe to my channel, I'd really appreciate that. It's really great for me to get subscribers because it gives me more access to more gear, and as I hope is extremely obvious, I am really honest. I am straightforward. I'll tell you the good, I'll tell you the bad. Click on that red button, subscribe, and we'll be connected. Great. So this setup is the Funcl Pro TWS sports earphones, and they will cost you $37.99 for all black, like I have, or $38.99 if you want the black and red 2-color combo, which I think is actually superior looking. Both of those at Amazon.com. Don't be surprised if the vendor listed is Krazo or Krazo, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but these are Funcl Pro TWS sports earphones. Definitely worth checking out. Link in my description. Go ahead, click, and you can pick these up if this is what you're looking for the gym or for your sports. And with that, I'll catch you in my next video.